So this is a really big deal. The deleted scenes that we're going to show you now, which is starting with this first one here, which is there's a character in the movie that I cut out, and it really killed me to cut this character out because it was played by a brilliant, brilliant actor named Sterling Brown, who actually won the Emmy for the O.J. Simpson series this same year. A beautiful man, amazing actor, and so very, very, very difficult to cut this whole sequence out. But the first scene you're going to see is basically he plays Dr. Fletcher's neighbor, and he's a professor of the brain, and he teaches neuroscience and what the brain's capable of. And so all of his scenes were kind of meant to talk about what the brain is capable of, but it was also meant to show kind of Dr. Fletcher's loneliness. Dr. Fletcher kind of has a crush on this kind of younger professor that lives in the apartment building, and I love that kind of unrequited relationship that they have. And then he comes to realize, oh my gosh, she literally has a crush on me. This is really awkward. And it ultimately, this whole sequence didn't make it into the movie because they weren't directly dealing with the case of Kevin Wendell Crumb. And when you put a movie together and the pressure of a thriller, it just won't allow anything that isn't trying to solve the problem, the exact problem that the movie is based on. And really, it's an error on my part, kind of falling in love with characters and falling in love with a relationship that's not, worshiping the god of plot. And that's a struggle of screenwriters. But anyway, this is the first scene. They both are incredible in it, and they're very funny and flirty through all of these scenes. So this is the first moment you meet Professor Shaw.
Good morning.
I read those articles.
Amazing, right? This man theorizes that the human brain contains about 10 to the 10th, about 10 billion bits of information per cubic centimeter. The brain is therefore, in his opinion, 10,000 times more densely packed with information than a computer.
It's lovely.
I gotta tell you, I love this idea of yours that those who have suffered might be the more extraordinary. Look, you should just audit my class, Dr. Fletcher.
What would I do socializing with a bunch of 20-year-olds?
Oh, they would fawn over you. Especially when they find out what your area of speciality is.
So, what's the next reading, Professor?
Essays on how the evolution of the brain is an analogous one. They convey that most of evolution is this way. Nothing is thrown away. It's amended. The deep and ancient parts are still functioning. The crocodile brain is still alive.
I'll read it tonight. Just email me later.
I will. I'm sorry I have to rush to class.
I went to the doctor today. Just the usual dribble about slowing down. This short hair thing of my physician really bothers me. I mean, she's a woman in her 30s, and short hair clearly sends a signal that the shop is closed, that sexuality is not a high priority. And I'm not sure it's in my best interest to listen to someone whose priorities are so convoluted. See you later.
Bye, Doc.